Here I am in Birchip. You know you're in Birchip because you've got Big Red in the main street. Oh yeah. When you're in Birchip, you've got to go to Sharp's Bakery and get a vanilla slice. And hopefully a pie as well. And their Mallee Big Red pies are just fantastic. So here it is. Let's walk across the road. Sharp's Bakery. Proudly displaying that they won the Baking Association of Australia inaugural winner in 2022 for vanilla slice, and they've won 5 times, so they're great. Well, we're going to prove it. Let's go get one. Busy. Busy, busy. Okay, got myself a couple of vanilla slices and a Mallee bull pie. So let's go back to camp and eat them. G'day people. This is Lake Tchum, about just 8 k's east of Birchip, where I bought the pie. Now, I've got myself all set up to camp here. So let's try this pie out, shall we? Last time I had this was magnificent. I gave it 10 out of 10. So I'll just try it. Hang on. I'll just give you a close-up look at it with the phone. Let's go. I'll just come around where the sun is. So you can see it's a nice flaky pastry, nice depth to it. You know, good sized pie. Let's have a bite. Look at the bottom, perfectly cooked. Perfect. Meat pie. Oh, taste the beef. Man, that's beefy. Oh, let's have a look at the contents. You see the chunks. Real chunks of beef, you know, that have the real flavour of beef. Yep. And then you look at the colour of the pastry, the flavour of the pastry, beautiful flaky pastry. But there's also body to it as well as there being flakiness. There's body to it. Golden. It's absolutely golden pastry. Look at the bottom. It's golden. Golden on the top, golden on the bottom. Lovely flavour from the pastry. And you know, the beef stew in the middle is beef stew. Big chunks of beef. Fantastic. Tastes like real beef. And it doesn't run out all over the place, not too runny. Now usually I put tomato sauce with any beef pie I buy, which is possibly a mistake, you know. When you've got really good beef like this, it's probably a mistake. But I'm just going to put a bit on. So I've tried it without, I'm going to try it with. Put a bit on, smear it around. It's the way I like it. Yep. When you put the tomato sauce on, you lose a lot of that beefy taste. You know, the really good beefy taste. I mean, the sauce is nice, but you're sacrificing the beef to taste the sweet vinegary tomatoes, right? So when you buy a pie that's not very good, you want the sauce, because maybe you don't really want to taste the whatever the hell the filling is, you know. A few flies out today. It's bloody hot. Not as hot as it was though. Clouds come over. There's a bit of a breeze come through. It stopped for the moment, but there's a bit of a breeze come through. So it's cooled it down a bit. Like, it was 38, but I think it's down to, I don't know, probably 32 or something. Yep. So if you want a reference for a pie, Australian meat pie, Australian beef pie, this is it. Everything about it's perfect. Pastry, golden, flaky, but substance to it. Substance to it, but still soft, you know? And beautiful flavour in the pastry. And big chunks of beef, good quality beef. No gristle in this, just quality beef. Perfectly cooked. Beef's cooked right through. Beautiful. So, this is it. This is my favourite. This is the benchmark. Sharp's Bakery in Birchip. 10 out of 10 for a meat pie. It's the only meat pie in the whole of Australia. I've had a lot of meat pies around Australia. It's the only one I've ever given 10 out of 10 to. There really wasn't anything I could possibly complain about in that pie. Everything about it was spot on. You know? The gravy, the meat, the pastry, the cooked way it was cooked. The lid stayed on. It wasn't too runny. It wasn't too dry. I mean, it was just perfect, really. So, if you want to know what a 10 out of 10 meat pie is, come to Birchip. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is taste their award-winning vanilla slices. And you know, they're known for their vanilla slices, which are fantastic. But don't forget the Mallee bull meat pie, because it's first rate. It's 10 out, I gave it 10 out of 10. The only pie I've ever done that to, so well done, Sharps. Okay, while I'm here, I'll give you a look at Lake Tchum, where I'm camped. It's actually very nice. There's kikuyu just around the fringes of the lake. And it's not just kikuyu, so there are some spiky things coming through, so you can't really walk on it bare feet, or you can, but you're asking for a bit of trouble. But yeah, we've got all this red waterweed. Those of you familiar with the curse of the Martians will know about the red weed. So it's all red weed, so I don't think there's going to be anyone water skiing in that. I wouldn't think so. There's a toilet block up the end where you can get showers. There's some coots, Australian coots swimming around doing its thing. There's a few of them. Quite a bit of bird life here. It's actually very nice. It's got the inevitable wheat fields on the other side of the swale here, that I guess swale or levee bank, I suppose you'd call it. There's a picnic table there. So this is unpowered camping, this section, which I believe is $10 a night. So I'll be paying that shortly. Yeah, nice place, pretty good. It's It's very warm. It's 37. I thought it was down to 32, but it's 37. So, you know, it's quite hot, really. Especially when the sun's out. It makes a huge difference if the sun's not out. All right, time for some vanilla slice. Award-winning vanilla slice. I'm just relaxing here with a Bickford's black currant cordial with some cold water from the fridge. Sensational. Cordial and cold water. Great stuff in the bush and cheap. Now if you don't know how to do this, oh hang on, first of all I'll just show you what this looks like. Sharps are very good. I mean, they're conscious of their reputation, so they present them in plastic carry packs so that you won't wreck them. You won't wreck them. They want their quality vanilla slices to arrive at the table in the best possible condition. Now, what you do when you want to cut it in half, you do it this way. If you cut it the obvious way, you'll just make a mess. You'll squeeze the custard everywhere and it will not be pretty. So, that's the way to do it. I'll just zoom in again and give you a look at so you can see the pastry. You can see the pastry, how flaky it is on the top and the bottom, and how perfectly smooth the custard is, and of course it's just fondant, white fondant on top, which is one of the best ways to do it. The only thing personally I think that passion fruit icing on top, just a little bit of passion fruit in your fondant is fantastic, and a bit of lemon's fantastic too. But you know, for white fondant, it's a good solid way to do it, and definitely streets ahead of the alternatives. The idiots that swirl chocolate over the top, no, disgusting, don't do it, it wrecks it. And the idiots that think that dusting it with icing sugar is great, no it isn't. Stop it, you people with no taste. Anyway, here we go. Wow, it really is the best. One of the hardest things when you make vanilla slice is to get the wafer right, the pastry, wafery pastry. So hard to get right, so few people get it. But look, I've chomped into it, full way to the mouth, and all it's done, it was so yielding on the bottom, so yielding, crisp but yielding. Beautiful combination. I don't know how they do it, but by golly, it's good. And the crisp. I mean, I've had lots of vanilla slice pastries that are grey and taste like communion wafer, you know. Disgusting. This isn't like that. Soft and yielding, crisp, but yielding, soft, flaky, and airy, and has flavour. It's got a lovely buttery flavour about it. It's not your communion wafer at all. It's a really good thing on its own, and perfectly matches with the lovely creamy custard. The fondant on top, just, you know, the icing on top, perfect. Just adds that finishing touch, that extra burst of sweetness. Perfect. This is the benchmark. This is what a vanilla slice should be at its best. Everything about it's perfect. Everything. It's perfect. The only thing I would do differently would be a little bit of passion fruit in the icing, or a bit of lemon. But honestly, it's perfect the way it is. I'm not going to eat the other half now, so I just had a pie before. I'll put it aside, I'll put it back in the fridge, and I'll eat it later with a, I don't know, cup of tea or something. Anyway, Sharp's Bakery, 10 out of 10. I give this 10 out of 10. It's the best vanilla slice I've had, and I've had a lot of vanilla slices. I've had a lot of pies, and I've had a lot of vanilla slices all around Australia, and honestly, Sharp's in Birchip, best I've ever had in Australia. Both of them. Fantastic. You can't, in fact, you can't go past, you should never go through Birchip without stopping at Sharp's to buy some of this stuff. And if you've never been to Birchip, you should make a pilgrimage there. If you like vanilla slices or you like pies, make a pilgrimage. Go there and buy them and eat them, you know. You won't be disappointed. Honestly, I've been there a number of times, and every time they've been spot on, every time. So, they have high standards. Well done, Sharp's.